Just one change from the team which started against Airdrie last week and won. Many expected the experienced Gareth Evans to replace suspended Mickey Weir, but Alec Miller turns instead to 23-year-old Danny Lennon for his first start of the season. 20-year-old Steven Tweed makes his fifth appearance in central defence, holding off the challenge of Tommy McIntyre. Wearing number 9 as usual is Keith Wright, but it's been a miserable season so far for the Hibs striker. A measly 6 goals in 37 games is a big blow to the confidence of a proven goalscorer. St Johnstone's Mr. Wright is having a struggle as well. Paul, who left Hibs for Perth, hasn't hit the net for 9 games, but he has a comforting tally of 19 already this season. He, like Keith Wright, wears number 9, but there's some quaint numbering in that Saint selection, which doesn't disguise the recall after injury of defender John Ingalls, and last round match winner John Davis. Ian Redford, a cup winner with Rangers, wears 5. And there's the match referee, Andrew Waddle from Edinburgh. It's bang on 3 o'clock as St Johnstone get this Tennant Scottish Cup quarter-final underway. To say these two are closely matched is almost an understatement. This season, a win each and a draw. And in the Scottish Cup, 2 wins each in the 4 times they've met previously in this competition. It should be tight and tough. Graham Mitchell with the first throw of the match. Looks for Pat McGinley. Time for Turner. Murdo McLeod under pressure from Vinnie Arkins. Downfield again from Mitchell. Looks for Keith Wright, but John McClelland won that one. And he's time and room to give Tommy Turner another touch of the ball. There's Brian Hamilton. Wright. The ball had gone out on this left-hand side. Looking for happier times. After a disappointing season so far, Keith Wright. Davis to McGowan. Welling a bit long on the ball. Pat McGinley nearly took it from him. That's good play from Paul Dees. Davis. Here's Sweeney. Andrew Waddle almost getting in the way. It runs though for Davis, and now Wright. Arkins, head flick. Gordon Hunter did well. Some cool defending from Hunter there. Mitchell downfield. Sweeney to Dees. There's Ian Redford. He had time to take that one down. Jackson to Wright. Jackson and McGinley in the middle. What can Keith Wright do? Well, it was a dangerous ball, and Darren Jackson can't believe he didn't make contact with that one in the 6-yarder, because that would have been Hibs in front. Keith Wright found lots of room. He drove it in low, and Darren Jackson almost made it. Danny Lennon looking to knock that one down for Jackson. Now struggling to keep it in, does well against Tommy Turner. Lennon waiting for his moment, but eventually waits too long. Tommy Turner intercepting again. That's good play from young Steven Tweed. Mitchell, and there's room here for Pat McGinley. There's a good ball, Keith Wright's head. High and wide, but the idea was good. And Keith Wright showing how hard he's trying to break this run of so few goals. There's the header from Wright. Well, it was a good ball in from Pat McGinley, and Keith Wright almost successful. Sweeney dispossessed by Lennon. Keith Wright has it. Sweeney desperately trying to win it back, and does well. Tweed goes past Arkins. Neat touch there. Tommy Turner just slams that downfield. Hibs will build again patiently from the back. Hunter to Mitchell. Keith Wright, the willing runner again. Back comes Davis. Good touch. Kevin McGowan. Lucky to hold on to that. Tommy Turner. McGinley just touches that off for Graham Mitchell. Through the middle goes Danny Lennon. What a chance this is! Well, there were some glances towards the linesman there as Danny Lennon found room through the middle. but he was onside, and that was a good chance for Hibs. It was Mitchell's through ball, excellent run by Lennon. Did well with that control, and this was a good left foot shot. Well, Andy Rhodes happy to see that one go over the top, because that was a dangerous position. Paul Wright doing most of his good work too deep as far as St Johnstone are concerned. There's John Burridge out of his goal, under a bit of pressure here, and John Burridge could be in all sorts of trouble. Well, he was fortunate there, John Burridge, having come out of his area to clear. Alec Miller will not be saying nice things about his goalkeeper at the moment. Darren Jackson, past McClelland, and there's a good ball. Lennon has support from Brian Hamilton if he wants it. There's Lennon. Well, a rush of blood there from the youngster, because there were all sorts of things happening up ahead. But obviously boosted by his effort at goal, he tried again. Well, half-time's looming, and Hibs would dearly love a goal. They've certainly had most of the game. Steven Tweed knocks it down. Keith Wright goes to collect, away from Dees. Lennon will keep that in. Danny Lennon, Hibs will want this in the box. There it is, Steven Tweed, and a goal! Steven Tweed's first goal for Hibs, and that gives them the lead against St Johnstone. Well, it's been a first half full of Hibs pressure, but they dearly wanted that goal. It was carved out by Danny Lennon, and the 20-year-old Tweed found the perfect header. Good ball in, Lennon took his time that time, and Andy Rhodes had no chance. Well, what a moment for Steven Tweed. Breaks for Keith Wright. Ingles is racing back. Wright and Ingles, two men with good pace. Keith Wright does well. Pat McGinley, the touch to Danny Lennon. Can he score? It's off the line from Paul Dees. Well, that would have capped a great first half for Danny Lennon if he'd stuck that one away. It was a neat touch from McGinley, just played it on, kept the ball moving. Danny Lennon maybe had too much time, he'll feel in retrospect. Milor again. Well, Tommy Turner thumps that ball down into the Hibs half, and the ball hasn't been much in that Hibs half in the first half, because it's been all Hibs, and there's the young man, 20-year-old Steven Tweed, who scored the only goal of the first half. A great header from Danny Lennon, another youngster in the Hibs side this afternoon, playing his first team start of the season. It's been all Hibs. Alec Miller will be slightly concerned that they've only one goal to show for it, but St Johnstone will want to change the emphasis in this game. Half-time, Hibs 1, St Johnstone 0. So Hibs restart the second half, and they were certainly comfortably the better team in the first half. St Johnstone will want to get things happening up front quickly in the second half. Well, a breakdown of communication in the Hibs defence there. A shake of the head from Steven Tweed. Well, St Johnstone have made a change in the second half. Alan Moore is on to try to inject some new attacking ideas. Darren Jackson, who's been a thorn in the flesh of John McClelland so far. Lennon looks for overlapping Milor, or has Lennon behind him if only he knew. Out comes Rhodes, just flaps that one clear. Sweeney finds Arkins. Paul Wright, Hamilton goes back to try to cut out the trouble. St Johnstone get a second attempt to release John Davis. Alan Moore's on the touchline. There he is. Left foot cross, Paul Wright! Well, there was a chance. Paul Wright's taken a knock in the challenge from John Burridge, but that was St Johnstone's best chance of the game so far. It was Alan Moore's cross, he's had a quick impact, and Paul Wright couldn't quite direct that header. It was a looping effort from Wright, and it didn't dip quickly enough. Redford knocks it on. Tweed and Hunter against Paul Wright, and 2 against 1 doesn't go according to Andrew Waddle. Free kick goes St Johnstone's way. Paul Wright will make his way into the area. In fact, he looks for this one short and gets it. Paul Wright strikes the shot. It might not have been going in, but it was a worrying moment there for John Burridge. He hasn't had too many in this game, but St Johnstone are looking a much better proposition this half, and Paul Wright eager to get another attempt on goal. Burridge certainly covered it well, but it was going past. He strikes the ball so well, that time just marginally off target. Hibs have a free kick and Graham Mitchell will take it. Tweed looking for the touch, Keith Wright with the volley, and Pat McGinley with just a half chance in the area. 12 already this season for Pat McGinley, and you wouldn't bet against him adding to that. There was the volley from Keith Wright, it broke to McGinley, he had to hit it quickly, and he did. Good pace. Too much on that for Jackson. Paul Dees will put that back for Andy Rhodes. It's a bouncing ball. Rhodes did well. Free kick given against Brian Hamilton. A little bit of barging in the middle. That's careless play in the Hibs defence. And there's a searing run from Pat McGinley. McGinley continues his run into the middle. It's Jackson on the right. Keith Wright's there too. There's the cross. McGinley again, looking for Murdo McLeod. Can't find him. Redford away. Brian Hamilton beats John Davis. Turner with the Saints throw. Ian Redford looking for targets up front, eventually picks out Alan Moore. Paul Wright's racing onto it. Gordon Hunter back there. Paul Wright's taken a knock. There seemed to be a fair bit of studs in that challenge from Gordon Hunter. And Paul Wright not too happy, although he's ready to take this free kick if required. But St Johnstone want him in the area. There's the challenge by Hunter on Wright. Free kick. Now what happens next? Ian Redford. And well clutched by John Burridge. It was whipped into that near post. And Burridge using all his experience to come out and clutch that one confidently. Alan Moore looks for Redford. Loose one. Steven Tweed up in attack for Hibs. Ingles dispossessed. Pat McGinley. Keith Wright's in the middle, right! And Keith Wright scores! And that's a moment of sheer joy for Keith Wright. It's only his 7th goal of the season. He's up at such a bad time when it comes to scoring goals. But that's the goal which might well seal Hibs' place into the semi-finals. Ingles lost it, McGinley won it, Wright scored it. Pat McGinley, who's scored so many goals for himself, creating one there for Keith Wright. Didn't he love that? Well, St Johnstone will blame themselves for losing possession in the first place, but it's a classy finish. Well, St Johnstone have a huge task now to get themselves back into this game. They'll feel that they've had a fair bit of this second half and might well have equalised. And now they find themselves 2 down. McClelland, who's been superb at marshalling his troops this afternoon, but there's only so much one man can do. Vinnie Arkins. There's a great strike from Arkins. It was off target, but maybe not by too much, judging by the dive from John Burridge. Well, Arkins does most of his damage in the box. That was a long-range effort, and Burridge was a little bit concerned about that one. We'll see better from this angle how close that was. He certainly struck it beautifully, and just a 1.5 feet off target. Well, Arkins very nearly throwing St Johnstone a lifeline. Tweed dominant in the air, as you would expect at 6'3". Sweeney gets a good toe to that one. John McClelland's head. Tommy Turner will try to keep this on the deck. Very cool there, almost too cool. These to Harkins. There's Sweeney. Redford's alongside him if he wants. Goes for the long ball. And McGinley was there to cut it out. Well, there's the view down from Carlton Hill, down towards Easter Road Stadium. And certainly it's a happy place for the home fans this afternoon. Team 2 up against St Johnstone. Hibs almost playing it at a walking pace just now, but they have a chance here. Darren Jackson. Well, he worked the opening himself. He'll be a little disappointed with the final shot, but you can't fault him for making the opportunity for himself. He just jinked his way round John Ingalls, and the shot was wide. There's John McClelland, knocks it goalwards. No great danger though for John Burridge. He'll wait till his area clears. Hasn't seen too much of the first team this season, John Burridge. He'll want to hold on to his place if he can. There's the final whistle from Andrew Waddle, and that's a conclusive victory for Hibernian, who head into the semi-finals. 2-0, they've beaten St Johnstone, a goal in each half.
It was a good showing from Hibs today. You must have been pleased about that.
First 45 minutes we dominated, thought we'd done really well. Unlucky only to be one up. The second half, St Johnstone come more into the game, but the second goal killed them off. We're delighted to get a second goal, and I think the game was finished then.
Tell me what you've gone through, because obviously it's a soul-searching time, isn't it, for any striker who goes through a bad run?
I've been getting the chances, just not been taking the chances. But I've been creating other goals for others. Darren and Pat McGinley have been scoring, and I've been sort of helping them out. So Pat helped me back today and gave me that tap-in.
Stephen, I imagine you enjoyed that?
Yeah, definitely. Just seen it come over the back post, got my head on it. And all of a sudden I was on the ground, didn't know if it had gone in or not, just a reaction from the crowd. Thought maybe someone had got a touch of the back post. But Darren ran over and said, "Great goal," so that was me. Up and away type thing.
Aberdeen or Clydebank in the semi-finals, how do you fancy that?
It'll be a hard game, semi-finals. It'll probably be Aberdeen, so it'll be a really hard game for us, but looking forward to it.
OK, well done today.
So, Hibs in the semi-finals. I think Keith Wright's point's a good one, Derek.